Hello there guys, the PC guy here, and this is gonna be the first video on the series that I'll be playing Dark Souls over again. I'm planning to slowly go through the entire games of Dark Souls 1, 2, and 3, uh, as well as some other games that I've had in the back burner for a long time. This is not gonna be something that it's gonna be very frequent. I'll slowly make my way through them, so don't expect regular episodes or anything like that. But I thought it would be something funny to watch because I kind of got interested in those games again after having played them for the first time some years ago, and I've been kind of looking through YouTube videos and all sort of stuff, discussing like the story because it's kind of something that I enjoy. Story of story heavy games like that and kind of got the bug into me to play again. So I actually got myself a nice little controller to help, with controlling it, because I do remember the controllers on the PC were crazy ass clunky. And I kind of put the First Flame theme going in the background with some very fiery stuff going on with my new lighting setup. I know it's a bit dark, but I enjoy playing like that. And yeah, this is a Chibo controller. I'll probably make a review on it at some point in time after I've tried it out for a while. I've literally just got it out of the box. It's wired, very simple, very basic one, cost me like $10, but it should be handy to play games like this. I wish I could play Bloodborne as well, but that's not really on the PC yet, so Dark Souls will have to do for now. And a quick note just before we get started, and yes, I put a little bit of mood lighting for Dark Souls playthrough. I'll be using this throughout the play series anyway. About the controller, I have a generic controller, and Dark Souls was not detecting it. I managed to finally configure it after a very long struggle. This is X360 CE program. It kind of lets you use a generic controller and configure it as an Xbox controller, for example. And it's the only workaround that I found that you're able to use a controller in the game. And yeah, after a lot of struggle, I managed to get it working. Now, a quick tip, if you're gonna have to set up the buttons and all, but that's pretty self-explanatory. Look for a tutorial. I might put one of how I did it, we'll see. But a quick tip, if you do all that and still not working, make sure that the game did not create an extra profile here for the Dark Souls, and just use the standard profile here for, the general from the program. If there's a separate one here, just select it and then click remove, and it should be working. So without further ado, I'm going to start the playthrough series. I will start from the opening cinematic, because I think it's important. Lords is a very heavy Souls game, and if you're not interested in that and just want to see me play, I'll put a timestamp on the description down below so you can skip that and jump straight into gameplay. I'm also be testing the first area on this video, because I have to get used to the controller. Don't expect amazing play, because I have not played with a controller for ages, and yeah, let's get to it. So let's start making our boy here. Enter character name. I think I can actually use the keyboard, I suppose, to type it. Let's name it, I don't know, let's name it Potato. And, okay, that seems fine. I'll make it a boy. No, go back. This is always a difficult choice. I once tried to make a ranged thing work, but that was kind of horrible. And I've always wondered a lot to the melee strength builds. So for once, let's try something different. Let's try going with a dex build. And I'm not going to claim to be the most forward expert in the Dark Souls builds, but let's go with the Wanderer. It seems to be the best starting point, to me at least, for a dex build. And see how that all works. As for the gift, this is also something. I mean, a lot of these are just consumables that, whatever, that you're going to use them, they're going to be gone. Binoculars, meh. Things like this are always very weird. Witch's ring, blah blah. I seem to remember the pendant. It was either the pendant or the witch's ring. I'm not quite sure, but one of them had an effect on further on in the game. I think the witch's ring was something to do with the Izalith thing. Pendant, was it with Manos or the Abyss DLC? I'm not sure. I'll take the pendant anyway. It's better than stuff that just gets used and it's gone. What? Some of these... What the heck? Some of these faces, this is like years ago. I'll just go with this, I suppose. I mean, you're gonna have a helmet on. It doesn't really matter much, but yes, purple hair. Let's make him full SJW. And accept. Start the game. Let's jump into the cinematic.
In the age of ancients, the world was unformed, shrouded by fog. A land of grey crags, arch trees, and everlasting dragons. But then there was fire, and with fire came disparity. Heat and cold, life and death, and of course, light and dark. Then from the dark they came and found the souls of lords within the flame. Nito, the first of the dead.
Always found Nito to be the most interesting one of them all, to be honest.
The Witch of Izalith and her daughters of Chaos. Gwyn, the Lord of Sunlight, and his faithful knights. And the furtive pygmy, so easily forgotten. With the strength of lords, they challenged the dragons. Gwyn's mighty bolts peeled apart their stone scales. The witches weaved great firestorms. Nito unleashed a miasma of death and disease. Seath, the Scaleless, betrayed his own, and the dragons were no more. Thus began the Age of Fire. But soon the flames will fade, and only dark will remain. Even now, there are only embers, and man sees not light, but only endless nights. And amongst the living are seen carriers of the accursed dark side. Yes, indeed. The dark side brands the undead. And in this land, the undead are corralled and led to the north.
Like, I want to skip and get to the gameplay, but at the same time, I think this is nice to watch.
They are locked away to await the end of the world.
At least the next few videos should have less cinematics and stuff, so it's gonna be more gameplay. This is more of a test run of a video. See how it goes.
This is your fate.
Boink. Okay, let's get going. So, tabbed out to a bit to check if the video was recorded properly. I think it did, so let's keep going. No, out of the menu. So, getting used to the controls, I adjusted the sensitivity of the joysticks to look around with the camera and such. And, okay. Now, it's gonna be a bit of a struggle to see how it goes as far as the fighting goes, but we'll see about that. I think the bumper here at the back is, yeah, it's attacking. There we go. And up we go. And yeah, like I was saying during the cinematic, Souls is a very lore-heavy game, so I thought it was important to include the cinematic on the video, just to for the people that are interested in it, and I can imagine a lot of, because yeah, it's a big part of the game, other than just the whole difficulty of prepare to die kind of thing that got famous for. Yeah, I won't be babbling 24/7 on these videos, don't worry about that. Yeah, just kind of some commentary, some stuff, and yeah, especially on this first one, there's so much to say. Like, I played the game for the first time many years ago already, when it first came out. Back then on keyboard and mouse combo that was, and didn't really go amazing, so I kind of decided to do another run. Oh shit, I remember I have to run it first until I actually get the weapon. Yeah. And yeah, I played first keyboard and mouse, not exactly handy. Now, I got this controller pretty much specific to play Dark Souls because I really got into it lately. There was... And yes, if you think I'm going through it quickly, it's because it's actually the second time I'm starting the game. Because the first time I played, it really didn't control. Didn't record properly, only the webcam worked, the game recorder didn't work. Hopefully this time it was a bit better, otherwise there's gonna be a third time. So I picked up a shield, equipping it on the left hand. I accidentally equipped it on the first playthrough here, on the right hand, and then I was not sure why the heck it wasn't working. So yeah, yeah, there it goes, that's how you block. You can also dodge, mind you, it's pretty slow moving arrows. And yeah, I got back into Dark Souls after all these years. I finished Dark Souls 1 and 2. Why is it doing so little bit? Oh, there was also a weapon there to pick, I believe. Somewhere. Oh yeah. I played the first two Souls games. I played a part of the third, but you know, life got in the way. Kind of, I don't know, stopped playing while I was like maybe halfway through, and then never really got into it again. So I figured, well, let's start over all over again. I kind of got back into the whole Souls mood after I found a YouTube channel that actually does like soundtracks or music basically, inspired on the Soulsborne series, and that was really they do very good music. You should check them out. Aviators, the channel is called on YouTube, and yeah, that kind of got me into like watching more lore videos. just general Dark Souls videos about the story, and I'm a sucker for a good story. So Dark Souls seemed to be the obvious choice for me to, you know, play some game now and again. That's where I came from. This series is going to take a while to complete. I'm not going to be playing this like every day or anything like that. Of course it still hit me. Why wouldn't it still hit me? And, well, that guy's gonna start talking if I end well, so I'll just finish my commentary first. So yeah, that got me into it. I actually wanted to play Bloodborne, but I don't have a PlayStation, it's not out on PC yet. There's rumors that it will be, and I definitely will be playing it as soon as it releases. But yeah, that's kind of what got me into the Souls again.
Oh, you. Thank goodness. I'm done for, I'm afraid. I'll die soon. I wish
I'll just skip a little bit, you can read the
You and I,
text.
we're both undead.
Hear me out, yes or no? Yeah. You don't have much of a choice in the end. They will, you just have to follow the game, really.
There is an old saying, thou who art undead art chosen, and thine exodus from the undead is up when thou ringest the bell of awakening. Well, now you know. Oh, an Estus flask.
So yeah, the Estus Flask is basically a health potion that recharges at bonfires. Bonfires is also where you save the game. And yeah, it... Now you can actually go up here. Yeah, you have to remember there's like when you hit them, it doesn't mean that they'll stagger or something, so you gotta be careful with that. If you see they're attacking, either block or dodge. Or kill them first, but don't expect them to just double dead because you hit them. That's a lot of big boys or small boys. Yeah, sure. And yeah, that text right there, it basically gave you kind of a view of what you're gonna be doing throughout the series. That's basically how it starts. You have to go ring those bells of awakening that you mentioned, and that's the first, well, quest, let's say, that you have, other than escaping from the prison, well, asylum that you're sent to anyway. These transverse white lights, if you're not familiar with the game, they usually mean that it's going to be boss time, so careful with that. You can do a drop attack on this guy that kind of chunks him down. With enemies like this, you often don't have to worry about blocking, because blocking you're still going to get your ass kicked, so dodging, rolling is a staple of the game, really. When you roll, there's like a frame of almost invulnerability that nothing really hurts you. So if you time it properly, rolling is basically the way to go. And you're gonna be doing a whole lot of that, trust me. Yep, see? And it's like screw physics. Oh. Big pilgrim ski, as opposed to little pilgrim ski. Let's make our way. And yeah, the story is very interesting, but you really have to kind of look for it, kind of. It doesn't just present itself to you other than the very base story. Like things like this, for example, I have to look where the... Yeah, here for example, on this tab on items is where you have some, you know, details about the item, some text, and let me look for example, something else. Here is where you actually learn a lot about the lore if you take the time to actually read through it and connect the dots. If you are a bit more lazy, just look for YouTube videos on it, because a lot of people have done that. But here, especially when you start getting throughout the game and getting more items, more, you know, boss souls and stuff like that, you get a lot of details there about the world and the characters, how they relate to each other, things that are happening, and other sort of stuff. If you guys are interested, I could make a video on my views and my opinions on the story of Dark Souls, how it goes.
Only
But that will be something for the
in
next
the
time.
ancient legends it is stated that one day an undead shall be chosen.
I love this scene.
To leave the Undead Asylum in pilgrimage to the land of the ancient lords.
So yeah, now you're taken to, I believe in the first game it's to
Lordran.
Lordran. Yeah. And that's the land where all those lords, as you saw in the cinematic, Gwyn, Nito, and the Witch of Izalith were living. It's going to be where the game actually takes place. There are a lot of similarities in the other games, like the names are different, but a lot of things are very similar, so it kind of makes you think that it's the same place, but at the same time other things hint that it's another place. A lot of large junkies might have a better opinion on it than I do, but yeah, like I said, Souls lore can be confusing, can be difficult to interpret sometimes, and yeah. Bonfires, save points, you can later travel between bonfires for, fast travel, which is really handy, trust me. And level up. Kindle lets you kind of improve the amount of Estus flasks that you can get each time with you, so it's handy to heal more often and to keep going for longer without the bonfire. Reverse hauling as well, when you die, you go that has an amount of negative effects on your character. This reverses that. There's some game mechanics that reward you going hollow. There's some others that you have to be a little more human to use, but this gives you some control over that. And obviously level up, you can put some points on your stats basically. There's a lot of builds out there. At the naked eye, it's not always very clear what is better. For example, here it does give you a kind of a hint of what is better in terms of what to change on your stats, but how does that contribute to a final build? It's complicated to discuss on a video like this that's intended to be a gameplay short video, and I'm not the biggest expert on it either. So yeah, I'll just leave it at that. And if I go a bit further on this Dark Souls series, if I get a bit more into the whole build stuff, I will address that and give you guys some comment on it. So let me know what you guys think. We got out of the starter area now, so the rest of the bonfire it's saved. I kind of just want to give a little small commentary at the end. I'll put the game out now. So this was the first video in the series. Hopefully there will be more to come, but don't expect them to come at a regular. It's whenever I have time to play. I'll play a bit, make a video of it. I'll try to record everything that I play. So that's going to be a long series with possibly some long videos, but hopefully you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you think, and what do you think? Specifically, I'm looking for feedback from you guys on some things. What is the specific length of video that you guys would like to enjoy? Like half an hour? Shorter, longer, you name it. Do you want me to comment while I play, or to just, shut up and play the game? Do you want to have my camera there in the corner or not? Other sorts of things. And would you like videos based on the story in of Dark Souls or not? I wouldn't mind doing those. We will need some more research on my part and some more to build my own opinions and theories on it and such. But that's something I wouldn't be completely against doing. Otherwise, I'll just throw in some commentary while I'm playing the game. So let me know what you guys think of this video. Let me know if you've enjoyed it and if you are interested that I continue this series. Because, the more people are interested, obviously, the more focus I'll put on it and be playing Dark Souls and making videos on it, rather than, for example, playing World of Warcraft by myself. So let me know how that goes and what do you think of that. So hope you guys have enjoyed the video. Leave a like. Subscribe to the channel if you would like to help us grow. That's the most important thing of all. The gaming thing is a side. It's just to provide some content to watch. I enjoy gaming. I like sharing my gaming with you guys, but most of all, I rather do tech-related content, which is difficult without being a bigger channel that has a bit more resources and access to review samples or anything really. And resources to kind of improve the studio, let's say, would also be great. And that all comes from having a higher subscriber number. So really would appreciate if you guys would hit the subscribe button there, like the videos, comment, that all helps. And I'm really looking for comments on feedback from you guys to know how I should proceed with this series, how I should kind of, develop it. So drop a comment down below and let me know, and I'll see you guys in the next time.